Welcome back to Anchored by Fanga. I am your host, Sapepa. Today, I am doing an introduction to Miss Anne Mavaega. You probably have not heard of her if you are not within the Samoan community here in Washington State, as well as other states. But she is someone that you should get to know. Not only does she have a great passion for her career, but also her business. And I hope that you enjoy our sit down. It's just a few minutes, but it is worth it. Sit back and relax, and let's get into it. Anne has been such a pillar in our community, and I wanted to ask you 5 questions and go from there. So, my first question to you is, how do you balance your professional goals with maintaining a strong relationship with your own marriage?
So the first part of that question again was
How do you balance your professional goals?
Yeah, well, my husband is pretty supportive of what I do, and because when he married me, I was already working with the state, and I was already in entertainment, providing Polynesian floor shows and our family band. And so he knew what he was getting into, in a sense. And so, but like I said, he's very, very supportive of what I do.
And can you tell us the name of the name of your band and what is your position in the band?
Okay. Yeah, our family band, we started it when I was very young. We started performing doing floor shows and accompanied by our band, and then we kind of got into playing like just dance music and just a lot of genres. But we named our band after my dad. My dad's chief name is Limana, from the village of Safotu in Savai'i. And so at first we started the band, it was called The Press. People really enjoy sensational sounds. Is when we first started. We did one recording, and when I was in high school, and then slowly after we got out of high school, my dad became sick with cancer, and so we kind of like changed the band name to his chief name, just in honor of him, and that's how it started. And then as we grew up, my family most of them have relocated to Utah. And so it's just me and my couple sisters. So our band doesn't play as much anymore, only on rare occasions. But I continued on with our floor show because it's kind of like my passion. So today I still have a floor show that we perform at a lot of different private events, corporate events. And I carried on the name of my dad, Limana Polynesian Review. And I also work for the state as an IT business analyst, and I've been with the state for going on 36 years.
What inspired you to pursue your respective career?
I guess it's just something I fell into a little bit because I didn't, I didn't have a college education, and so I started with the state very young, kind of worked my way up as a typist, and then worked my way up as customer service, claim management, and I really wanted to get into IT because it paid a lot better than what I've been doing, and it was really hard to get in there without an education. But luckily, I worked in a team that I had a very supportive manager, and he was very supportive of us taking classes outside of work, paid by the state that would help us in our career, not just what we're doing at the time, but if there was something that we wanted to get into, he was very supportive of us taking classes paid by the state outside. And so I did take some classes at South Beach Sound Community College, and I did their business analyst program, IT. I can't think of the other project manager, management. And then from there, I was able to kind of sell myself and kind of talk to different organizations, and just to give me a chance to learn and to, just give it a try. And I was blessed to have gotten into a team that allowed me to do that. And so I did like my job full time, and I also was doing part time the IT job so I could learn at the same time. And luckily, the person that I was shadowing at the time was retiring, so it kind of like it was great timing for me, because I tried to get into that for so long. And after she retired, had already been doing that job because I was kind of shadowing her, and I interviewed, and then that's where I started, and that's where I'm at today.
That's so awesome. What is the biggest challenge you've faced while building your career?
I think the challenge is not having that college education for me, because it was hard to compete with a lot of those who have the education, because a lot of the requirements are you have to have a bachelor's or something like that. So that was challenging. Sometimes I felt like sometimes I don't want to say race because I don't think it was, but I don't know exactly what it was. But I'd seen people come in and just work their way up so fast. And I kind of relied on experience because I didn't have the education. So it was really challenging for me to get to where I am now because of the education. But it was kind of frustrating sometimes because seeing young people just come and like get in and just get their foot in and then just work their way up so fast when I had been trying. So I think that's what that made it hard for me.
How did you and your husband support each other's dreams while working towards your shared goals?
We just, we both want to see each other succeed. So we supported each other, like, even in his job, he started at the bottom, and being raised in Samoa and going to school in Samoa, it was hard for him too, because English is a second language, and although he speaks it fine, but I don't know, it was just hard for him to get to where he's at now. And but we're always supporting each other when we have interviews. Like if we apply for a job, we're always encouraging each other to apply, or helping each other, like like asking each other interview questions just to like practice, and just like I'm before, when we first got married, I was always had made the more income, and now it's like he's exceeded me so much, and I'm glad, I'm support him, and I'm just grateful that he's able to have a career that he has, and I have my career, and together we can support our family and our needs.
How do you guys balance it together with your business, with the
show?
Yeah, with the show.
Yeah, that can get a little hard sometimes because, I wish I could just retire and just do my show. Yeah. But, I've been doing that for a long time now, and it seems to work. I have a really great group of girls, ladies, that really help out. And again, like I said, my husband's very supportive. In fact, when I needed, when we play our music on like a iPod and stuff, I used to sometimes have to like rent like equipment, so that the sound equipment and stuff. And then one day he says, I want to buy you some equipment because I don't want you to have to keep renting, and it would save you more money. And so he did that. And so those are kind of like things that he would do just to support my group. And he just encourages me to just to do what I love.
What advice do you have for anyone who's looking to thrive both professionally and personally?
I think it's not impossible. I think when you put your mind to it and you have a passion for it, that don't give up. And sometimes if it seems to, like, I have days where almost seems overwhelming, like it's just me, that I don't, I mean, although my husband supported, but actually doing like the performances, holding practices, getting costumes, negotiating the shows and things like that, all done by me. And sometimes it'd be nice to have someone to help with that, but I've been able to keep going, and I think I've made a name for myself and for my group, and that's encouraging.
Yeah, I see it all over social media, especially what you've done from, I think, from the time I first met you all the way up until now. The community knows you, and if you guys ever have a chance, listen to Lamana. They are so great, and watch their performance. But yeah, I want to say thank you so much, because I know our young people who are coming out of high school, or going into college. Some of them may not, maybe looking for something to do, or maybe needing that motivation. And so I thank you so much for taking the time for me to interview you. Thank you so much for sticking with us throughout the end of this video. I hope that you enjoyed my sit down with Mrs. Anne Mavaega. Like, share, and subscribe. We are on YouTube at Anchored by Fanga Media. And if you want to check out more of Anne, and her, check out the description. You'll see a link to TikTok. I hope you follow, and also book them for any upcoming events that you might have. And thanks again for choosing Anchored by Fanga Media. And my name is Tepepa. I am your host, and I'll see you on the next video.